After my sleep experiment, I realized what was really holding me back was my nighttime routine, or at least the lack thereof. All year, I've been trying to improve my productivity, and what keeps coming back up is that a good morning starts with a good night. And very rarely do I meet that standard. Since going back to fully in person, I've struggled to establish an evening routine that feels both fulfilling and efficient. So let's spend this week figuring out what exactly does a good night even look like in this season of my life. Friend, listen. I have been struggling with my sleep since my sleep video. I actually did well with my sleep the week before I recorded the vlog, which is why I wanted to document my sleep, and then I did horrible. And then the week after that, I was like, I need to improve this, so I did better. And then guess what? Last week, it was bad again. I've been yo-yoing with my sleep quality, and as someone who did a dissertation on sleep and pain, and someone who now works in medicine, and someone who's just deep in understanding the mechanisms of my body, having been documenting my calories, my sleep, my everything for the last year and a half now, sleep is everything, and I'm trying to make that shift to sleep over everything. So this week we're doing an evening routine vlog. All right, I desperately need to get my 5 to 9 together, but I also want it to feel good. But it's my one bottleneck. I just feel like it's the thing holding me back from my next level, because my productivity in the day depends on it. If I get enough sleep, I can wake up on time at 5. I have enough for my 5 to 9 in the morning. I can do my work. Like, working at my office has been productive, but then afterwards it's this time where I'm decompressing on my phone, or I'm talking on the phone, or I'm doing everything but going my ass to bed. So you are my accountability buddy for the next 4 days. Today's Tuesday, September 30th. It's the last day of September. And I want to start October on the right foot, okay? I need to enter Q4 with a better frame of mind and a better stability, all right? So that's what we're doing this week. We're gonna spend the next 4 days together, or the next 4 nights together, to be more specific, while I get myself to actually create a wind down routine. Instead of trying to sleep off a cliff, I want to wind down into sleep, okay? I've written my ideal to-do list as a checklist to check it off when I get home, starting at 7 p.m. so that I can be in bed by 9, and we'll go through that. But actually I need to start doing things so that when 7 o'clock comes, I can do that, because it's currently 5:30, and that gives me an hour and a half before the routine needs to start, which means I need to eat. I would ordinarily need to walk, but I've already gotten in my steps for the day, and I need to edit a little bit, which I think is my biggest issue right now with going to bed on time. What am I gonna edit, girl? Okay, but we'll talk about it. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Quinn, and I create videos all about how I am using my systems thinking in everyday life, whether that's wellness, productivity, or personal growth. I turn all of my reflections and lifestyle experiments into actual momentum and growth for myself and my community. So welcome, if that's your vibe. I actually have the heat on because we're entering fall, so I'm a little hot, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put on some lasagna. It's giving low effort dinner while I edit, let that heat up while I edit, and then I can eat when it's done. And I'm gonna change because I haven't decided if I still want to go on a walk. Just being bad. Okay, we'll do it. We'll get it right. We will get it right. Let's put on the lasagna. Let's change our clothes, because I like the turtleneck for work, but not for anything else. Okay. Much better. Much better. Okay, let's cook. free read, who following the death of one of her companions realizes she has kept herself from making deeper emotional side quests, including the defeat of some high-level demons.
Demons are beasts.
These powers, be made to feel inferior to this group of people who are so bigoted, have changed, and their identities have been appropriated by many different groups, which complicates what does that mean for the politics of those characters. How then do we view this allegory that is, he discusses this really well in his book All the Marvels, where he talks about the X-Men as an allegory that stands for everything as the despised and oppressed other. The X-Men are feared and hated by the world they have sworn to protect. Dinner time. Look at that timing. Look at that timing. My dinner alarm just went off, so I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit. And I actually just finished with rough cutting this video. I knew I wouldn't be able to fully edit it, but that's the second step. I at least wanted to finish the rough cut, get all of the screenshots and all of that stuff, and I did, and it's 6:57. 6:57, which means I'm ahead of my alarm. I'm almost at my step goal, but I feel like this is the time to tell you about my nighttime routine ideal, because ideally it would start at 7 p.m. So the timing plan is that I want to be a 5 a.m. girly, and to be fair, I've been working on that for a few months now, and I have had a variety of success if you've seen the previous videos. As I have like started to have some success on the days when I do it correctly, and I think I've had maybe 3 perfect days, meaning where I hit the mark, and those were such good days, and I can feel that I would have more time for what I want if I actually stuck to this. So I'm trying to get it now. I'm using the end of the year, the next 3 months, to just get this together instead of trying to start January 1st. I want to start now, so by the time we get to January, that maybe it'll be a norm. Because my dad, growing up, I used to never get it. Growing up, he woke up at 4 or 5 o'clock every fucking day, and it was like, what's wrong with this man? Like, what's going on with him? But now that I am an adult, and I'm like, oh, I get it. I see why everyone like would like to wake up at this time. I do, I get it. You want that time for yourself, where you have to give it to anyone else. And whatever that means. For him, it was horses and fixing on his car and gardening and stuff. And for me, it's going to the gym, reading a book, etc., etc. So that means I need to take my ass to bed if I want to do any of that in the morning. So I wrote the list. It's a checklist. All right. And I wrote it because I'm trying to turn my evenings into something fulfilling and engaging while also relaxing. Like, I wanted to have my attention so that I don't feel the need to scroll, but I needed to be, but I also needed to be chill and feeling like a devotion. Like, I've created some affirmations to get myself to see it that way, and I've even framed each task as an act of devotion. So, for example, I want to make sure I end every night starting with filling up my water bottles and putting on water for tea. And that's me honoring tomorrow's journey. I want to make sure that tomorrow me has everything she needs. Are my water bottles filled, my outfit picked out, my bag packed, the meat thawed out for tomorrow. Like, I respect tomorrow me, and I want her to be prepared. And then I also want to thank me for everything that I've done today. I need to take my supplements. I need to clean my body. I need to do my skincare, devote the time to myself to be like, hey, thanks for carrying me through today. This has been amazing. Here's a gift, here's a treat. And like, that's a full process. That's the shower, that's the skincare, that's the gua sha, that's the lotion. And then with my tea already done, it's like, all right, how do I want to remember this day? And as someone who does both qualitative and quantitative tracking, I think both are important. So I reflect on my metrics every night, like my health metrics now, and I reflect on my feelings every night. And I have a digital way of doing this. So I know some people use apps where they just keep it in an app. Some people journal physically, like written, and I do that sometimes, and I've gotten more into that. But specifically, each night I have a digital media version of my journal that has been inspired by the Carrie Bradshaw, Marley and Me, Khadijah from that was my time to start my routine alarm. But my daily column and my body blueprint are inspired by Carrie Bradshaw, Marley and Me, Khadijah, like magazine editor, daily column writing inspired. And while I originally was doing that in a more thematic way, I like the idea of it being a reflection. And so that's why I do it that way, because I see myself as my own media company. So that's my nightly reflection. And when I actually do it, even though it's part of my like branding as far as like keeping things out there, it's a legitimate devotion practice. I am asking myself important questions, and I am gathering data that I need to make sure I'm moving into tomorrow with a better pace. Like, how am I going to support what I did today? Am I eating enough protein? Did I eat enough protein? If I didn't do XYZ, how can I recover tomorrow? Like, these are important questions that I like to take a moment to consider. So I'm trying to make sure I do that every night, but I never do it if I don't actually have the time. Like, journaling takes like 30 minutes maybe. But if I'm rushing to get to bed, who wants to sit and journal? You know what I'm saying? So I want to make it feel like a good time. And then I want to finish my night reading. I'll have my tea already ready after my reflections. And I am actually about to read 2 books, and I've been starting to read 2 books because I started a book club. But I feel like ending my day with the reading is that way to like cool down. Like, I'm focusing on something, but not so much that I'm watching a series. I really want to watch Gilded Age, but I don't know when I would fit it in my day. And if it's as good as everyone is telling me, how am I supposed to do anything? Like, I'm not in a place where I can handle new TV shows right now. So I'm doing what I can manage, and this is what I think will keep me in this path. Maybe in 2026, I'll start some new shows. But yeah, that's my ideal routine from 7 to 9. I have timed this. The quickest I've done it is in 60 minutes, and the longest it's taken me is 2 hours. So if I start at 7, I can be either in bed or asleep by 9 o'clock. Luckily, I mean, I have been waking up at 5 without getting enough sleep, but I would like to wake up at 5 getting enough sleep. I want to move to there. That's where I want to be. So that's the ideal. 7:04. Let me eat my food so I can do it. I'm gonna watch my YouTube watch later while I eat this dinner, and then we'll do the things, right? Right. Also, I'm loving this video by Princess Weeks on the messy politics of enemies to lovers. I just watched her one on the messy politics of race-inspired villains. If you've ever read Kim Harrison's series, that's my most favorite demon world building that I've ever read. So that's all I was thinking about when she was describing it, and I really want to reread that series now. But this is also really good. It's about, she's talking now about oppressor versus the oppressed getting together. Something that I just don't get, like the desperation for love. I've had it, it is gone, and now when I see it, I'm just like, the feminism has done something to my brain where I just don't see it. Like, you want love so bad, you a fucking enemy? That you would marry your enemy? I don't understand. I don't understand. What happened to standing on business?
Do well in traditional romance. That's why I think the most popular examples of enemies to lovers are usually ones that are not canon, because to do on top of a world that already exists outside of them. So often we see worlds built around a couple, but it's shallow because all they're doing is pulling from the oppressed class book.
crying from laughing about it.
Only tell lies, so who I gotta protect. I would rather have you remember me how we met. Is there more to life than saying I figured it out? Is there more? Yeah. Sweeter to bury the black of the juice. The boy is back in the booth, ready to tap in the truth. Too many layers of a talented group, but even if you take all these statistics and carry the two, even if you rounded up the numbers and rounded the truth.
Okay, my watch is charged enough for me to go to bed, and I'm honestly sleepy AF, even though there are many things I have not crossed off my habit tracker. I'm about to finish doing it right now so I can go to bed. I was just debating, like, I've already done my reflections, I filled up my water bottles, I did more of my bare minimum, and if you remember my previous video, I talked about there's like 3 tiers I feel of nighttime routine that I do. There's the bare minimum, there's the quick commits, and then there's the full experience. And what I described before was the full experience. And then quick commits is like a few less, and then bare minimum is just like the things I need to do for tomorrow to be good. Reflect, water, scarf. So that's what I've done. So let's be honest. Let's put on the habit tracker. 3, 2, 1. I was gonna stay up longer to do these things. But then I was like, I would just rather go to bed instead of like I'm sleepy now. Let me just lean into that. So coffee routine, I did not do it. Skincare routine, did I do that this morning? Did I read 10 pages of a regular book? No. 100? It would be 100 if I finished this water. But quite frankly, I'm so sleepy I don't see it happening. I don't know. No supplements. I'm out of quite a few, so I haven't taken them in a while, but they're still on this tracker because at some point I will start back taking them. Maybe it'll be October. 100 ounces of water. Is that the only one left? Bed by 10. Oh, we're going to hit that in 100 ounces. If I can gobble the rest of this protein water in the next 5 minutes, then yes. So I'm gonna leave that for morning me. These two, I'll wake up and determine if I did that. But yeah, I just wanted to be real, starting it off on a bare minimum routine. The goal is sleep over everything, not routine over sleep over everything. It's sleep over everything. So good night. Hi friends, happy Wednesday? It's Wednesday? Yes, it is Wednesday. Oh, it's been a pretty good day. I want to go over actually my daily column and my blueprint from yesterday. I feel like that's the best way to show how my nighttime routine actually impacted me. Is this creepy? I can't tell. But yeah, I feel like going over my last night's journal reviews and body metrics is the best way to like talk about when I actually went to bed and everything. So I'll start with the daily column and my reflections from yesterday. I loved my outfit. Oh, and I got to work on time, so that was good. And one thing I wanted to do differently for today is to actually follow all of my rules and to stay focused during my time block, since yesterday I did do that because I went to bed at a good time by not doing a nighttime routine, and I wanted to maintain that. Today, let's check in with the health tracker. Is my home on heat or air? Because I'm feeling hot, bitch. Cold, okay. Wait. Oh, well, actually, I'm feeling hot, but I should leave it where it was because I don't want it to come on while I'm talking. So, last night, I went to bed at 9:38 p.m. is when I fell asleep, and I woke up this morning at 5:01 a.m., giving me 7.5 hours of sleep nearly. And I woke up in a neutral mood, and I had an 82% recovery score for the day. So started the day pretty good, I feel like. And I ended my night good with my reflections. And I think as far as my priority of sticking to my task today, yes and no. I did fill in my job hunt database, and now I have at least 22 jobs to apply for over the next couple weeks. And then there are still more I haven't even added to the sheet because there's some on map. There are a lot to add to the database, but just from the ones I've added, I'm like, oh, that's plenty to apply to for now. But I want to fill in the little thing before I actually start applying. But I actually will have to start next week since some of those dates are in like 2 weeks. So I'm glad I did it today, that I actually did complete that. But there are some revisions I wanted to finish on 2 papers, and I did them on one and not on the other because the job database thing took so long. It's his own project, so we'll have to talk about that in another video. But yeah, that's the catch up. As of right now, it's 5:22, and as we know, my ideal start time for my routine is 7. What I could do right now is either eat or walk or edit. I don't want to do any of those things. My period came on today. I was PMSing earlier this week and I knew it was gonna come on today. My period's been coming on the 1st of every month all year. It's never been so consistent in my life. Like PCOS, birth, like never in my life has it been this consistent. So I'm low-key high-key impressed, but yeah, it started today, which has been misery. So I don't really want to do any of those things. I've already got my steps. I'm not that hungry right now. And while editing would move the needle, what I want to do with editing, I get sucked in, you know? That's why I hate starting it in the afternoon, because I won't stop until I'm done. And what I have left to do is at least 3 hours. I don't want to give it 3 hours. There's so many other things I could do. I still need to read. It's October 1st. WPP, the accountability group that I have, that you can apply for at the end of every semester. We started a monthly challenge. September's challenge was a step challenge, and this month it's a reading challenge. 15 pages a day, and I've not read at all. I need to read. I also really want to do my hair. There's nothing particularly wrong with it, but I just want twists for October. That's what I'm feeling. And I'm like, I could do my hair right now instead of any of those other things. And I could watch this video I want to watch of Olay and Kenny talking about Ned Fulmer coming back from the Try Guys, because it's been in my watch later. Like, I use YouTube as a watch later machine. I just go to the homepage, add to watch laters, and then moments like this, or when I need some sound while I'm working, I'm like, and choose. That's how I use YouTube. And I want to watch some stuff, and I want to do my hair, and I think that's what I want to do. And then I'll start my routine as per usual. I'm thinking that's what I want to do. I haven't decided, but I wanted to check in with you now that I'm home. LMAO. Authenticity requires me to admit that I've been here on this couch dealing with period pain for 2 hours. Okay. I was gonna do my hair, but I started watching the video before I started doing my hair, and then I just was watching the video. I was gonna make a healthy dinner, and I didn't feel like standing for long, so I put some fish sticks in the air fryer, and I ate some fish sticks. And now I've just been on and off Twitter, because this week JT, Santana, Cardi, Nicki, all of the rap beef is happening right now live. Well, it was happening last night, and I woke up, and then when I was in the gym, I got on Twitter for I don't even know when. And I was like, what are you talking about? What's going on? And I caught up on just one of their pages, and then I got off work, and there's more. And so it's basically 8 o'clock. It's nearly 8 o'clock. I'm feeling like a major bitch. I'm cramping so hard. My mom told me she's never had cramps in her life. God's favorite. And my plug is pissing me the fuck off. Like, the older I get, the more I find a lack of respect for my time disrespectful. Like, I just find being late and canceling disrespectful. Like, it's always hurt my feelings, you know? When people would cancel on me last minute, you're on my list. You're on my list. Do you understand? And then as I get older, I didn't care as much before, but when you say you're gonna be here at, I don't know, 7, and it's 7:20, you're on my list. And so that perspective was also influenced me wanting to be more punctual, because I do find it rude. So now I'm like, I don't ever cancel on people if I can help it, and I'm always like punctual when it counts. Of course, I don't think I would have gotten as far as I have in my career if I was just rudely late, but I have not prioritized punctuality in a way that I could have, you know, up until now. And the more and more it pisses me off when people do it, the more I'm reflective on my behavior. Like, anytime I get pissed at somebody else, I have to be like, hold on, do I do that? And if I do, let's think about it. But you know, a lot of times I don't be doing it. So I be feeling justified. Anyway, my point is, I ain't did shit since that last clip, bro. And I don't want to do nothing. I need to read 15 pages though. My book is over there. I don't even want to get up. I haven't finished all my meals, and I could honestly fall asleep on this couch right now. This video was supposed to be aesthetic and reading and night routines, and it's period pain and total drama. Guys, I'm contemplating how I can turn things around, but I'm at a loss for it. Like, I'm so pissed, I can't think straight. I hate when people piss me off. It's so mind consuming. That's why I don't engage in it. Once you got me there, you on my list, which means you off my list, okay? I don't like it. Like, I know I'm pissed because I can feel in the way I'm typing that I'm being rude. But like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say at this point. Like, I can't, what else is there to say? Like, you pissing me off. Like, I'm not cursing. I don't curse like that no more unless you drink it. I ain't even gonna get into it. My little rant this morning. But like, are you or are you not? Are you dumb or are you stupid? Like, what's going on? Like, wasting my time and shit like that? Don't piss me off. I think the key here is I need to get the fuck off my phone and into something else. Because everybody pisses me off.
Faking it.
Damn, you have never given me my favorite answer.
Being satisfied? Satisfied?
Sounds like a vibrator.
Tunnel of terror.
Good idea, Baldwin Park. I've had enough of factory. What?
Cause I'm hopelessly, desperately in love. West Cove.
And the maid wig. Did this sound weird when I said that sounds great?
Okay, how about now?
That sounds great.
Yes, I heard of West Covina from Josh.
Bye bye.
Sorry, kids, but you couldn't tuba anymore. More band, give it a best friend.
Is at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
Oh my god, Horny Angry Tango is next.
Can you
There's something about Rachel Bloom and Issa Rae type women. She is the producer, the writer, the singer, the dancer of this show. Aline Brosh McKenna is the co-creator, so I don't want to ever not give a woman her props. But like the fact that she's wearing all those hats, and she's also a came up off YouTube type vibe as Issa, and has an amazing show that she brought to life for herself. And then Issa Rae, queen, writer, producer, creator of star, like, oh my god, women that are able to bring their own creative visions to life and also be the star of that life, that's amazing. Like, there's nothing wrong with being like a songwriter or a creator for other people. That's totally fine. But there is something about that I find so aspirational, so inspirational. Like, whoa. I did do theater growing up, and I did do ballet growing up. And in a different life, I was a writer, dancer person. And by a different life, I mean a life 10 years from now, because I'm still going to do it. Why do you think I have a Substack? Why do you think I do yoga all the time? Like, I'm building up to these dreams. Like, did you know you can just do stuff? I saw a tweet the other day that was like, this dude said he had never done physics before the age of 33, and now he's at like a top firm doing physics after going to school and getting it. Like, that mentality that it's too late or you're too old, which surprisingly young people are having. Like 22-year-olds are like, is it too late to change my life? Bitch, are you joking? What are you talking about? I'm trying to convince my mother that it's not too late to change her life, because guess what? She still has until she's like probably 80, 90. People in our family that aren't killed often live a long time. So like, what do you mean, is it too late? If my mother were to change her life in whatever way she wanted to today, and she has been doing that, so like, I love her, she's so proud of her. But like, what I mean, like something drastic, right? And she lived till 90, that would be 40 more years of her life. She's only like 50. that's nearly half of her life would be better than the other half left, because she would have made that switch, whatever that'd be. Like, that sunk cost fallacy that people have about whatever amount of time they feel is too long is crazy. You can always become what you want to do and what you want to be, and you can be anything, you can be everything. Like, you don't have to be one thing forever. Like, my approach to this, I am building my scientific career, and I do want that to be something of longevity. I want my own lab. I want to have my own, I want my niece's name on buildings. I want scholarships and funds and mentors, and I want all of that. And I also want retreats and businesses and all of that stuff. Like, I do have my own personal goals, and I feel like I'm trying to build it out in a similar way of, like, I don't have to have it all at once though. Like, right now I'm building both simultaneously, but one is more important than the other because one makes more money than the other, and it has a bit more longevity than the other, but together they're powerful. Like, because I have both, I feel like I'll never really truly be without. Like, if I would not have a scientific job, there's so much I could do with editing, writing, leading, managing, all of that shit, like all of that shit. But I am very passionate about the work that I do, which is why I talk about it and why it's such a big part of me, and why I'm even willing to get more training, because it's something I want. It's something I care about. And I still also want to be a writer, dancer girl. Like, I have in my long-term vision to be in a ballet showcase. I have a vision of me on a stage doing ballet to a Samara Joy song. Like, I've seen it in my head, so I know that it's going to happen. I know it. I've seen myself walking 20 miles in like this amazing, it's like a greenery, like a lot of like hanging leaves. Like, I've seen it in my fucking head, so like I know that it's coming. You know what I mean? Like, I know that my name is on books, like novels, stories, outside of my work. Like, I know this to be true, but it doesn't all have to happen today. I can build my scientific career until I'm 36, 45, and then I can, like, all right, I'm gonna go full in on this. I can also do it all at once, like these bad bitches, which is a bit of what I'm going through, which is why I need to balance and like get this work-life balance together. But also, it's moments like these where I have these creative outbursts and inspiration moments, and so like I'm just trying to, I don't know, accept whatever is, you know, but also strive for intention, which is why I'm tracking. Like, even though I'm shitty to be asleep right now, it doesn't really matter that I'm not asleep right now, because I'm having a good ass time. I was just on my couch. I don't know if you, I was feeling really bad. Now I'm feeling really good, and I'm going to enjoy this feeling for a little bit longer before I go to sleep. Thank you. And I can do that. Tomorrow's an arm day, so I don't actually have to wake up early. Like, arm days are quicker than leg days, so it's just, I am feeling so fulfilled right now, y'all. Like, work is going so good, and by filling in those job application databases, like, I haven't actually applied to anything, but maybe it's just my confidence. Like, no cocky shit, but definitely cocky as shit. I be reading these job descriptions like, hell yeah, I'm qualified. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm reading these things like, yeah, I know how to do that, I know how to do that, I know how to do that. And the stuff I don't know how to do, I know about, and I am very good at being able to spin training as a pro for both of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bringing this to the table, and I'm actually trying to learn something you want me to do. So how about you teach me that while I use these skills, and we can do all of it together. Like, boom, boom, bang, bang, bang. And I apply to things that I know I'm an ideal candidate for. And like, not to say that I've never gotten rejected from anything, because I got rejected from quite a few grad schools. Yes, like everything else, I think that's my most rejected experience. Like, yeah, it was grad schools, because I was applying to things that I didn't want to do. Why was I applying to pure math programs? It took me so long to figure out what I wanted to do, like where I could do it at. Like, I heard of biostats, and then I was like, I don't like statistics, but I love this intersection of math and biology. What's going on? And then someone said, well, what about biomath? And I said, the fuck is that? The fuck is that? And I said, oh, well, yeah. But I had already applied to the places with the other shit. And so I was like, let me learn about that then. And there were only like 3 places, like RIT, VCU, and UAB, that had modeling programs. And so I applied to those like spring, like the last things I applied to. And those were the ones that accepted me and gave me the most offerings of money. So it's like, when I apply to things that I'm aligned for, I always do much better. And I guess that's my point. Like, it's not that I've never been rejected, but when I get specific about what I want and I go for things I know I'm a good candidate for, I be getting accepted to shit. Like, I don't mean it ain't no cocky way, but that's just how I'm feeling. I know the job market is what it is, but like, you're not gonna tell me that I should not be confident. If you were to fix your fingers to type that you could leave, like, I don't know why you would say that to anyone, but I feel confident. I feel confident in the way my career is going. I want to stay where I'm at, but also looking at those applications and the qualifications that I have, especially now after this experience with working in Python, making this model. Are you joking? Are you joking? I'm an ideal candidate. What are we saying? So are a lot of ideal candidates, obviously, because there's the numbers rising every day, which is what we want. But we all have our own unique things. And like I said, I feel like my intersection of having this platform, this experience, this creativity, the community I have, my ability to communicate ideas, my long history in public speaking, and my ability to turn complex ideas into simple things for people to understand is, I think, novel in the STEM space. There's, oh my God, I'm ranting now, but there was also a tweet today where someone, and it actually turned into a pleasant exchange, it turned cute, but there was a tweet where someone was like, there are good nerds, humanities, and there are bad nerds, tech bros. And I was like, I'm fucking sick of this dichotomous stereotype. Like, it's not always this, they're antithesis, they're literally, they go hand in hand. You would not have any scientific research in STEM to know about if they didn't write it up. What are we talking about? But also, not all mathematicians are good communicators. So like, there's some truth there. But it's like, I hate that it's always that they're against each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just not true. And as someone who was a writer first, turned mathematician, turned everything I want to be, I hate seeing it, that as if to have a mathematical mind means that I'm soulless and that I don't respect the humanities. Like, what? I'm sorry, but like, it's also true that finance bros and tech bros suck and are ruining everything. So like, I get that, but to hold these two against each other, it's just, as long as people are perpetuating that stereotype, you're always going to divide them. Like, there was something at Georgia Tech called STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, that they were getting off the ground. I don't know if it's still going, because I know it was a Rihanna's thing, but yeah, I feel like that was such groundbreaking to me, because it's like, yeah, they're interconnected. Like, dance is math and stuff, and they was like, that's what they were like spinning it, like there's so much actual science behind music and creativity, and that they are connected, and they were making that point. But same with writing and communication, I feel like they're so interconnected, and that's something I'm passionate about. So I just hate seeing anyone when there's like, well, if you're in STEM, you don't know how to write well, and if you're in the humanities, you don't know how to do math. Like, I'm sorry, are these not all skills that everyone can learn? Like, what are we talking about? Like, some people prioritize it over other things, but that doesn't mean that these fields are inherently against each other. Stop it. I don't want to see it. And the exchange was, I was basically saying this, and the lady was like, oh, well, I think certain scientists are good, like chemists and psychologists and like certain kind of psychiatrists and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I don't know, you listed very specific. And she said people graduated before 2010. And I was like, well, I work in interdisciplinary work, and I do biology, I do computer science and math. I don't think you named any of those. And also I graduated with both of my degrees after this. So I don't know if I fit whatever you're talking about, but I do feel you on this and this. And she was like, well, actually, I think you're the solution to what I'm talking about. And I was like, oh, well, word. So we on the same page then. And that's what I'm saying right now. Like, yeah, I think what I'm trying to do on this channel, oh my God, we're getting a big theory. What I'm doing on this channel, like as far as connecting mathematics to my everyday lifestyle, it's what I hope is I'm trying to show that it's not just unnecessary, it's not just cold and calculated. Like, it's informative, it's a part of something that helps us. It's the only universal language, even with different like metric measurements. I'm forgetting what they're called specifically, like, you know, kilograms versus pounds. But even though there's that, it's still you can translate that super easier. But there's thousands of languages, like alphabetic languages. But numbers is one language that we all can communicate with, and it's also how we interpret the earth and the world through numbers. You quantify what you see, and then as humans we get to express what we get from that. That is just as important, the analysis. And I'm trying to bring all of that to everyone. I want it to feel accessible. While I'm not going to teach you ordinary differential equations because you have classes for that, I do want you to see that whole like what is math good for outside of Pythagoras theorem. It's good for a lot, baby. It's good for quite a bit. Actually, it is life changing. Actually, it's an incredible tool. That's what I want people to leave with from my channel, and to know that they can do whatever the fuck they want, man. Like, I'm so, especially women. Like, this is what being single is, okay? I'm in my underwear watching my favorite music videos, talking loud as fuck and reflecting on my life. And if I wanted anything else, I could have it. If I wanted somebody to come over here, I could have somebody come over here. If I wanted to go be somewhere, I could go be somewhere. Like, it's not about specific looks, you know? It's about what you want. What do you want? This is what I want, and this is what I have. And it's like, I didn't get here by myself. That's not what I'm saying. I have community, I have support. I would not be here without the women who have guided me and have been in my life. But also, I am a major player in this game. It has been my vision, it has been my plan. My mama don't know nothing about this. All right, ain't nobody did this work for me but me. You know what I'm saying? It's also what I want women to take away. Okay? Your hands. Okay, your hands, all right? Totally your hands. It's never too late at any age. I'm going to do all of it. Yeah. The ballet showcase, the books, the retreats, the Ellis Laboratory, the Jones Laboratory, the Ellis Library. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming. It's not going to be Ellis because that's her family name and I don't fuck with her family. It's going to be the Monet Library, the Adasia Foundation. Oh my God, that sounds beautiful. Yes. So that means I gotta get disgustingly even more educated and trained, become a groundbreaking Black scientist, be an incredible blogger and community leader and thought leader and a writer, stack all of this up to support those adventures. Right. To support those ventures, to create those opportunities. Like, that's what it's for, so I can put my niece's names on these things and create the things that she should have had. You know what I mean? And also for other Black women. And also for myself. It's not all just an altruistic. Like, yes, I obviously have my face as part of my channel, my name, carrying my legacy through. That is important to me. It's not all just like, oh, it's for other people. Because I feel like that is a bit too imagey. It's also about, I'm putting in this hard work and I want to be remembered for this hard work, and there are things I want people to remember and people I want to bring with me to be remembered, which is why I'm very picky about what I talk about, who I have around, who I mention. You know, that's important to me. Because I do have like fears around, I was thinking about this the other day, fears about like death, I guess. Like, when you're gone, all that's left is like what you've done and what evidence there is. Like, all I have left of my niece is the photos and the pictures and the videos and the memories. And the day that technology goes down, all I have is my mind. And I do think about that, and I don't want children. So my legacy is what I'm building with my career, with my relationships, with my nephew, and with my friends' children, and with my community, and with the things I have with my name on it. Like, all of that is my legacy, so that when my body is gone, these are the things I want to live on, my values that I'm sharing, these videos of me, these experiences, the knowledge, the stories, that's what I want. And so that's also part of it. Like, when people obsess over legacy, I guess that's part of my motivation for the things that I do. So yeah, all that's important. Like, there are things I want to do for the world, and there are things I want to do for me. And I don't really need to make $1 million. That's not really what I'm trying to do. I feel like what I want to accomplish could be done at a reasonable amount of money that doesn't exploit people. And I want to do it slowly so that it doesn't feel like I'm doing all that shit, because that's a lot to do. My camera's officially overheating, which means I've been talking for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna actually go to bed now because it's 10 p.m. This video is turning out raw as fuck, but what can you do?
As A million great ideas.
Because I'll get like that stuff that's pretty thick, and I can whip up a little extra banana in there or something to kind of make it
Okay.
a little thick. And it tastes good too.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like, ugh.
Oh, okay, great.
14 minutes into another video about Craziest Girlfriend, Laura put in our daily reading challenge group chat that she's doing her pages right now. And I have not done my pages yet, and it's 11. Let me grab my book. Luckily, my book is my iPad because I have all the PDFs of our book club for free. So I have them all already, but I've never read any of them. Because what fun would that be for me to be involved? Like, please, I want to journal and learn and grow. These are on my TBR. So yeah, I've decided while I'm doing this how I'm restructuring my day to fit this, because that is the reality of me having a research job and not a teaching job. And even if I had a teaching job, it would be like that. Maybe get a research job and not like yet an industry job. My days are flexible, and also I only wake up if I have to work out before work, but I don't have to do that. So I won't do that. I see myself going to bed more at like 12 now, so I'm probably going to set my alarm for 7:30. I don't have to be at work until 10, so I could still do something if I wanted to. But yeah, I could set my alarm for 8. That'd be nice. Might do that. So yeah, that's my adjustment. But yeah, because I want to probably spend the next 40 minutes getting these 15 pages. I started reading the book and it is good, and I like how it feels like she's talking to me. So I actually prefer to view it in a single page. It's easier for me to remember what page I'm on that way. But yeah, I started reading it the other day and I was like, I feel like she's literally talking to me. Like how when you vlog, it feels like you're talking to someone. It feels like that reading this. So like, fucking with it. I've started back watching vlogs like Kennedy and what's my girl? Can't say it right now. But I'm leaning back into the long vlogs because who gives a fuck? If only a certain amount of people are watching, I'm gonna say whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't matter. Oh my god, yes. She's tackling why this book is aimed at women and not men. And as someone who feels similarly, I like what she just said here. She quotes Betty Rowland and she says, I know the theory that says men are as scared as we are and they just repress it. Well, okay, then maybe repression works. Because when I look around the workplace, I see an awful lot of men who are less competent than they think they are. And there's many women for whom the opposite is true. Women who are far more competent than they know. And if they keep it up, more than anyone else will ever know. Be humble for what? And a screenshot. Stop by the store before coming home to grab some chips because I really want to make my chili tuna for dinner, and I need to go to the gym and I want to eat something like fun to make me want to go. So yay. Oh, happy Thursday, friends. Let me turn some lights on. It's pretty dark. Oh my gosh. Come off the shoulder. Thank you. Oh, it's the time during our morning show. This is my outfit of the day. One more time. I foolishly wore these sandals because it rained all day, so we're on and off. Welcome to Florida. But it's been a good day. Let me check in about last night. So obviously I had a great time staying up all night. It was wonderful. And I did in fact stay up all night, okay? Where's my phone? Because I went to bed, I think at, I thought it would be pull out the leather jacket time, and it was a little too soon, a little premature. Good for the office, horrible for outside, so welcome to fall. But yeah, as far as when I went to bed last night, went to bed last night at 12:15 a.m. so technically this morning. But that's when I fell asleep. I got in my bed at like 11 something, but then yeah, I was just really enjoying the motivation from watching the documentaries and series of the show. I started watching a bunch of interviews, like, you know, when you go on those little deep dives after you watch something you love. That happened to me last night. But yeah, and then I got 9 hours of sleep. So I've been energetic all day. I woke up at 9:45, which means I woke up and I went straight to work. I did not work out this morning. And it is essentially 6 o'clock, and yeah, it is an arm day, my first arm day of the week. I'm only at 6,000 steps. There is movement to be gotten before doing my nighttime routine, so that means there's no room really for anything else. I have time for eating, working out, and then hopefully I'll be tired enough to go to bed on time. I don't think I'll get 9 p.m. tonight, but I do think I'm on my way towards a more realistic and fulfilling night tonight. You know, working out, reading, eating something good. Yeah, that's what I'm going for tonight. So let's just get straight into it, because what I'm learning is I don't have time to waste. I started my Q4 reset today. Oh my goodness. Started my Q4 reset today, and yeah, there's plenty to think about. Plenty. So yeah, let's get into that. Oh no! No one else is singing my song.
I can see in 3-part harmony. Of course not, 'cause no one else is singing my song. Singing along about a third higher, and they echo at a different moment.
Get what? Get what? But no, you can hear us. Let me just say, I would love to bring my camera to the gym. Like, I feel like I don't actually have any problems, like, with shyness about it actually, but I do have problems with other people. Like, the worker student people will come up to you if you have a camera but not a phone. Like, people treat the camera like they treat the camera like, I don't know, oh hi baby girl. They treat the camera like, I don't know, some hard evidence that you're about to like record everyone's secret lives. Like it's contraband or something. So you can't bring it in the gym. Like, they see this camera, it's gonna be like, I'm sorry, you can't record other people in here. But if I have my phone recording me, you know, horizontal, they'll be standing right there, they don't give a fuck. So like, it's just treated differently, so I never bring my camera. But obviously the camera quality is better on my camera, but it's just not allowed. So until I am, I don't know, in one of those fancy gyms, I guess eventually, I don't know why I would do that when I will most likely always be in academia and have access to a campus gym. But if I wanted a fancy gym that allows cameras, that would be the only way I get my camera in a gym probably. But I'm not pressed. It's been working fine for me. And I mean, if I don't want to record, I don't have to. And if I do, my phone, it's an iPhone. We live in 2025. So, what is on the menu for today's workouts? Do I have to do any ab work today? Oh, and I did a draft update of my research statement. That's the last thing I had open. Okay, daily planner. Let's screen record because I feel like it's always weird to hold my phone and not show you what I'm looking at. So the last thing I had up was my job applications database. So I did not follow my time block schedule at all today. On today's schedule, chest press, because I'm switching to my B block of exercises. So I have an A, B, and C block of exercises for the 5 days of the week, and I do one set for 8 weeks or 12 weeks, and then I switch to the next. So the last 3 months I've been doing A. For the next 3 months I'm going to do B, and then I'm going to go back A through C. So like January, February, A, B, C. Like that's how I'm still doing like the same exercises, but it switches the kind a little bit and also the order, so that I'm still like giving my body something different, but also being able to progressive overload in some way. So I haven't done these exercises in some time is my point. Like I've been on a different set, so I don't know what these are. So chest press, great, got to be careful with that. Decline push-ups and shoulder flies. So decline is like on the bench and not on the floor. And shoulder flies. Okay, is this a good enough bra for that? I think so. Okay, alternating dumbbell shoulder press. Okay, cable tricep extensions. I really want to try those like fucking, but I don't know if I have the energy for that. I don't know if I want to so badly. Okay, and then there is ab work today. Yes. Okay, I started my quarter reset, but this also isn't going to happen today, period. Okay, let's go, baby. And the screen recording. I bought this pack of time trackers so that I can track my time, but also I want to do a video on it, and I thought this would be a very cute accessory that fits, you know. I already time block in my Notion, and then I will record what I'm doing throughout the day. And yeah, compare it, do some charts and graphs. Like, I really need to see where my time is going. Focusing on this sleep routine for the past month has really highlighted how it impacts my productivity, but now I want to like look at everything, my mornings, my days. Where's my time going, girl? Cute. Also really like today's outfit, but now that I'm home, it's hot AF. So let's eat. My light is charging, so the light is bad and I gotta turn the light on. But I'm getting in my wind down mode, so I'm sorry that the lighting is bad. I normally have like a camera light, but it's charging. Anyway, dinner's done. I am doing my last to-do task in the next 10 minutes before I start my evening routine for today, which is finishing up my Q4 reset. I was supposed to, and by supposed to, I mean I give myself a schedule for things, and then as life goes, I change my schedule. I am the final boss, so I decide when things get done, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was originally planning to record the video on yesterday, but it did not work out that way. I'm still thinking through my thoughts on what I want, and I was having conversations with WPP about what they want, and it was just like, yeah, I need a little more time with this. And so I took some more time with it. I've adjusted my editing and filming schedule to accommodate this. So yeah, I am now at the part where I need to reflect on how I want to feel in the next 3 months, what my ideal day looks like, and then make legit changes to my system to match that. I don't think I can do that in 10 minutes, girl. Oh my god. I can maybe do like just the last of the updates, but I have yet to actually do the Q4 part. Like, this is all still just gathering up until now. Okay, but I'm close. Once I get to that, then I'll be done. So like, I guess I'm near the end. But yeah, we're getting ready to do the night routine, and I am instituting a new trigger for my nighttime routine. These past 3 days of me recording this vlog, I have not done well, but I'm feeling already pretty sufficiently sleepy. I don't know how I'm gonna do my evening shower because I came home and my fucking shower curtain is on the ground. Like, and I try to put it back up and it's like the ends fell off. Does that happen by happenstance, or did somebody come in here and pull my shit off the hinges? Like, that makes even less sense. I don't know, but my shower curtain is now on the ground, and the rod that is in there is too short, and I'm in a rental. I live in rentals on purpose. Someone's gonna come fix that. Thanks. So maybe it's a bath night. Interesting. Yeah. Starting it all with music to like set the ambient mood. I've already put on the candles, turned off some lights. Really getting serious about it these next 2 days. Like, I really want to get my sleep on track, not just the timing but also the quality. You know, let's reflect on yesterday's sleep. I have the wrong phone in front of me. I'm also still finishing up my water for the night. I'm just going through this reflection has made me feel like I need to get serious about everything in a good way. Not to spoil the quarter four reset, though you should have watched it before this, I think. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, what the quarter four reset is telling me is basically that I've improved every quarter. Quarter one was my lowest like summary. Quarter two was better than quarter one, and quarter three has been better than quarter two. So I'm like, all right, I can't end the year by like going down when I'm on a clear uptrend. I have to keep going up, and like the only thing keeping me from going up is what I'm reflecting on right now. Like, what are the things keeping me from going up? And part of that is this fucking sleep routine. And so we have the triggers, and it's also like me not being as intentional or non-negotiable with some of my habits. Like, I'm supposed to only give myself 1 day of leeway, and I've been giving myself like 4 days of leeway every week. Can't be surprised by certain things after that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm loving the push it's giving me. By the end of 2025, I want to feel. By the end of 2025, I will have applied to, how many jobs I got on there? To like 20 jobs. Let's see, 2 a week for the next 10 weeks. Yeah, that's cool. I will have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more books. I will have written at least a draft of another paper. I want to do some stuff for my. So having done all this, how do I want to feel? Applying to the jobs is going to make me feel smart, capable, excited for the future, prepared for the future instead of like anxious about will I have a job. The papers will also contribute to that, making me feel like I'm actually doing my job and getting smarter and fulfilling my purpose. If I actually read 6 more books and get to like 10 books for the year after having like none read or 1 read by mid-year, hype as fuck, alpha hype as fuck, smart as fuck. Like, I want to feel committed. I want to feel punctual. I want to feel serious. I want to feel, I don't know what word it would be for endurance. It's 7. It's 7. Okay, last question I'll answer. How can I move the needle toward my 2025 goals? Sticking to my habit elevation tracker. Okay, I know it's time to go to bed. Okay, I heard you. Great. And actually, now that I have you here in my hand, I don't have to memorize these by heart. Can you just unlock and not piss me off? That'd be great. That'd be great. Be 11K. That would be 2 minutes reading, journaling, nightly reflections, and early bedtime. My ideal day looks like, I think it hasn't changed since my last quarterly review, honestly. My ideal day looks like waking up fully rested after 8 hours of sleep. Why would you do that? Who told you to do that? No one told you to do that. Waking up off 8 hours of sleep, up early to enjoy my slow morning routine, strong and uplifting gym workout, followed by an enjoyable walk and then skincare routine, followed by a cute and productive day wearing elevated looks to work and crossing off my hot list daily period. I finish my active day with hours to wind down with tea, reading, and reflection. It sounds like a beautiful day. Oh my god, yes. And I can actually do it right now because I did that this morning. I had a productive day and I'm gonna go back to bed. Beautiful, beautiful. And we'll finish the rest tomorrow. I don't think this counts as me checking it off my list though. Like, I don't feel like I can press reset because I'm not done. I feel like I never went to tomorrow. That makes my chest hurt, but it is what it is. You're on 21%, so you're gonna be plugged up. Oh, are we already on the right playlist? Should I start playing my fall playlist? All of my playlists are mood coded. So, feeling sexy? Let's go to fall.
Of a damsel in distress. This alcohol and smell
this light is bad, but it's my evening light. I've just finished my daily column and my evening reflections, and it is 8:35, and I'm feeling sufficiently like wind down. I'm in the last part of my routine, which is to schedule these on my Substack, which takes like 5 minutes, and then to get any more pages in that I want. I'm finally into this story on page 34, chapter 3, and I'm now like, okay, I'm having questions and thoughts about it, so clearly I'm into it. I'm curious about who the main character is. I thought the main character was our first person, but we're spending a lot of time with other people now, so I'm like, is this just a multiple, like, it feels like, I don't know, I'm on the ride now. So yeah, and then I'm also reading the book of the month for the Scholar Circle, which is The Secret Thoughts of Successful Women, and I'm on chapter 1 in that book, and so it's the 6th, so we're barely started the month, but so far so good with the reading habits. And we're actually doing a reading challenge this October in the Reproductive People Club, so our daily challenge for October is 15 pages. I got in 10 earlier, so I need at least 5 more before I go to bed to meet the challenge. Ooh, I'm not that far away from a few chapters, so boom. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do that, and I wanted to share some affirmations that I've thought of over the weekend. It's actually Monday. I think the last night I filmed was last Wednesday, and then like after that disaster of an evening, I think I just paused the recording, but this is still an ongoing issue, so the vlog's not over. But over the weekend I started thinking about some of the essays I've written about SMART goals and making sure things are more intentional, and something I wrote about was having identity-based affirmations for each goal, which is something new for me to do. I had general affirmations before that I would do in the morning. I haven't really thought of those in a while. I'm gonna wait for 2026 to do like a daily mantra, but I have thought of different identity-based affirmations for each of my like level up 30 habits, like why I want to do each of them. And in particular for my evening routines, something that I really like that I'm thinking of to ground me in this routine and make it important is, you know, identity-based affirmations is essentially making it sound like this is something I do because this is how I am. And by thinking of myself as this is how I am, it's easier to do than just like, oh, I have to do this off my list. You know, I want it to feel like this is just the way I live my life. This is just routine for me. Why? Because rest is a creative investment, and I care about my creative future, and my creativity fuels my science, and my science fuels my creativity. So in order to do anything properly and to the fullest extent, I must invest in rest, and I'm the kind of person that prioritizes it. So that's one of them. Another one I came up with was I'm someone who honors sleep as a strategy. You know, with my whole saying about life as a data-driven experiment, thinking of sleep as a variable, a tool, something to help me in other areas. And so it also helps me to think about it in that way, like, okay, I enjoy strategy. It's something about my Virgo brain, my math brain, that's like, as a strategist, hell yeah, sleep is a strategy. So let's prioritize it like it's something that will fuel your outcomes, because it will. You know, my early nights are how I fuel for the life that I'm creating. Like, my sleep is an investment in my future, in my mental health, in my memory. It's an investment in myself, so I need to take it seriously. Oh my gosh, I need to take it seriously. It's just so interesting. Anytime I record a video about sleep, I do worse in the videos I don't record sleep-based videos, or like routine-based videos. What does that say? What does that say about the way that performing productivity impacts actual productivity? Something to think on, I'm sure. Yeah, I am going to go schedule these because it's now 8:39 and I want to read. So, good night. And I'm going to end the video here. It's actually the next morning. I was so into my night routine that I forgot to film it, and I think that means this video was a success for me. Trying to figure out what a fulfilling night routine looks like was really just me trying on different routines and seeing what really stuck. Like, what do I want to do at the end of my day that even when I don't have time, I prioritize. And what I realize is that I really like reading at night, and I really enjoy having my evening walks. I realized, like, also I don't have to have the perfect routine. Like, as much as I would like to follow my list step by step every single night, that is just one way that a fulfilling night looks like. But getting this routine together has been rewarding. I will see you in my very next video. Bye, friend. This is the clearest full moon I've ever seen in my life. I'm obsessed.